Every time I do these videos, like monthly, it gets. Yeah, I somehow think it gets a little bit tiny bit harder just to wrap up my voice. But we're here anyway. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another video. Welcome to another update review. This one's going to be a combined video of all the previous updates that I missed out since 1.20.5. Yes, I fucking know. I've been behind. Anyway, however, I think just to make it super simple and just so that we can speed run through this stuff, I've got I got some notes right next to me where it's just all the updates lined up. So I've got updates lined up from 1.20.6 all the way up to 1.21.5, and I think there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to go through. However, though, half of them are just bug fixes. They're pretty small. For example, 1.20.6, just bugs. It's just bugs. Nothing to worry about that one. 1.21 has all the experimental features that I talked about in my last video are now fully added into the game. So yeah, as you can see on screen, that everything from the experimental features have now been added into the new features of this 1.21. That's it. I keep thinking there's another number after it, but there's not. I will, however, be talking a little bit about the trial chamber itself, because I noticed in my previous video I didn't speak a lot about it. So in the trial chamber itself, it says here in the update patch, it says trial chambers are now a new structure in the overworld where players can explore and take on compact challenges. Make out of variety of copper and tough blocks and can be found in different sizes. A relatively common find throughout the deep layer of the underground. Natural mob spawning does not occur inside, similar to the ancient cities. Never starts inside a deep dark biome, but can sometimes overlap it. The layouts of each trial chamber is procedurally generated and can include traps, rewards, and variety of combat areas. So expect a lot of combat when you're entering one of these things. They can range from small ones to massive ones and can hold all types of rewards and loot inside. They've got some decorative plots inside. They've got different types of corridors and hold hidden treasures. Vaults are guarded by challenges in each room and can be source of many high levels, enchanted books, and equipment, including very rare chance to receive a trident. Hey, so you don't have to go fucking, swimming for, drown, so grind for a bloody trident. You can just simply go and prove your worth for a trident, because it's kind of fucking bullshit. You got some free tridents from the ocean where you can just slaughter everyone. It's, now you actually have to work for it. I haven't actually found one myself yet, and I haven't actually tested it out yet. I might actually post a video of me trying to find one in my personal world. Overall aspect, from just me judging it from a book for its cover, I'm going to say a 6, 7.5, just because of the excitement for it. I feel like it's gonna be lit. When I try it though, and I come back, I'll give you a better review. Now, another easy one is just the 1.21.1. Easy as piss, just bugs, just a couple of bugs fixed. Now we're moving on to 1.21.2, where the only thing that was actually added into the game were the bundles, because at this point I think Minecraft or Mojang or Microsoft decided to do this thing where they're gonna stop, making these big extravaganza, videos and announcements and events and stuff, showing off all the new, items and stuff into the game, and have everything coming at once and kind of disappointing everyone when they have to delay stuff and all that kind of stuff. So what they did now is they're doing what they used to do, and pretty much upload new updates whenever the update is pretty much finished. So for example, this one, 1.21.2, the only thing that were ever added was the bundles. The bundles are now little pouches of very different colors and can actually hold more items in your inventory space. Not as much as a shulker would, I think, but enough for you to, if you're going to go out and have that extra junk in your trash and you want to throw it in a bundle, you can throw it in a bundle, and then if you don't want the trash, you can just throw the bundle out and make it, make a completely new one. What it says here though is the bundles. A bundle is an item that can pack different items together into the same stack. A bundle can only fit one stack, usually 6 to 4 items, but can be a mixture of many different items types. You can insert items into a bundle directly into the inventory. Bundles have a tooltip that shows the items inside. If bundles has less than 12 items inside, the tooltip will show all of them. Otherwise, the tooltip will show the top 3 rows of the items at least 8 items, and the others will be hidden below. You can select any of the visible items to pull out of the bundle, right click, then take the first item out and use the scroll wheel to select different items and then right click to take it. When selecting an item to remove, the bundle icon shows the item poking out of the bundle. When holding a bundle in hand, you can empty the items onto the ground by right clicking or clicking or holding right click. The bundle is crafted with 1 string above and 1 below. The controls have changed from the original prototype. The prototype in question is the use left click to put an item into a bundle, use right click to remove the top item from bundle, and the bundle tooltip is visible when the mouse wheel is selected a different type, then use right click to remove it. So yeah, they kind of just overhauled the controls for it. That's pretty much it. Alright, the next one is 1.21.3. That one is another just bug fixes. Simple as easy. Moving on. Alright, okay, now we're going into another big one. This was the second latest big one that came before that I missed out, the 1.21.4 up patch note. This one brought in a completely new biome, a completely new mob, and a bunch of other blocks that can support this biome and mob. They kind of made it like a creepy era, and pretty much the worst thing I can ask for in a fucking Minecraft game where you can make this game scary somehow. Now apparently you can have this feature in vanilla Minecraft, and I'm talking about the creaking, or the creaking mob. That's the one. Yeah. Shh. I'm writing this change log from behind a pale oak tree, and I have been very quiet because the Garden Awakens drop is finally here, and creakings are spawning in pale gardens all across the overworld. The Gardens Awaken brings within an eerie biome, the Pale Garden, which is carpeted in moss filled with pale oak trees and home to a unique flower called the Eye Blossom. It also brings a watchful hostile mob, the creaking, as well as its secrets to defeating and spawning it. The creaking heart facing up to a creaking will also earn you resin clumps, another new block you can craft into resin bricks or use to trim your armor. Was that everything? Oh, and we've also made some bug fixes. Now let me see if I can get back slowly without creaking spotting me. New features added pale garden biomes, biome oak leaves, pale moss blocks, pale moss carpet, pale hanging moss, and pale oaks. Woodset added the creaking mob, creaking spawn egg, and creaking heart block. Added the resin block family. Added eye blossoms, a new flower pretty much. Pale garnet. The pale garnet is a biome variation of the dark forest. Pale oaks generate here. Creaking heart blocks can generate in pale oaks, causing creakings to spawn at night. Eye blossoms generate on the ground. Pale moss blocks / carpet generates on the ground here. Hanging pale moss generates hanging foliage of the pale oaks. Animal mobs do not spawn naturally in the pale gardens. New biome specific ambient sounds. Pale gardens has no accompanying music. If a player enters the biome while music is playing, the music will fade out. That's just fucking horrifying. Why would you make it more creepy, bro? Using the seed, that fucking number, when creating a new world will spawn the player next to a pale garden. Awesome. So if you just want to make a whole new world and have the pale garden right next to you, just for the fuck of it, that's the seed right there. This long ass seed. Put that there, the pale garden will be right next to you. The pale oak trees are a new tree variant similar to the dark oak trees. The pale oak leaves drop pale oak saplings that can be replanted in a 2x2 configuration to grow a pale oak tree. I'm pretty sure it's the same as the jungle trees and the dark oak trees. Now you got a third tree that needs to do that. Player ground pale oak trees grow without any decorations. Natural generating pale oak trees have pale hanging moss hanging from the foliage. Pale moss patches on the ground and creaking heart blocks can generate in them. Pale oak leaves can have a chance to spawn leaf particles if exposed on the bottom of the slide. Wandering traders can sell pale oak saplings. How the fuck do they get their hands on one of those if they don't want to go inside one of those? Pale oak logs can be crafted into the pale oak wood set. So that's pretty much just everything you can think of that can be made from wood. You can do the exact same thing with the pale oak tree. Now, let's talk about the eye blossom itself. The eye blossom is a new flower that generates in the pale garden. There exist 2 variants, closed eye blossoms and open eye blossoms. Eye blossom transitions between the 2 variants based on the time of day. Eye blossoms planted on the ground will communicate with each other, helping nearby flowers to open or close. Open eye blossoms have glowing eyes during the night. Eye blossoms can be obtained by bone mealing grass blocks in the pale garden biome. You fucking serious, mate? Bees get poisoned when they touch open eye blossoms. Oh, damn. You better keep your bees away. Do not bring your bees to this place. The bees, bro, pale. These things will kill your bees. Bees can be tempted with eye-opening blossoms, but they get poisoned on player interactions instead of typically breeding/growing behavior. Bees do not interact at all with closed eye blossoms. A suspicious dew made from open eye blossoms will cause a blindness effect. Suspicious dew made from closed eye blossoms will cause a nausea effect. Grey or orange dye can be crafted from closed or open eye blossoms respectively. Wandering traders can sell open eye blossoms. And now we're on to talking about the mob itself. The creaking mob spawns at night if there is a creaking heart block between two pale oak logs. This happens naturally in pale garden biomes where the creaking heart generates inside pale oaks. A creaking will activate if a survival or adventure mode player is within 12 blocks of it and looks at it. A creaking stays active while there is a survival or adventure mode player within 32 blocks of it. An active creaking will not move if a survival or adventure player is looking at it. It will also have full knockback resistance in this state. You can't bloody move this thing. I did some tests with this thing before. It's pretty much like a statue. Like a weeping angel kind of thing. Creaking melee attacks deal 3 points of damage, 1.5 hearts. Creaking reacts to damage caused by mobs and projectiles only by swaying in place. Creakings are resistant to fire. I didn't know that. I don't know that, man. Why the fuck? Why you can't burn it? That's fucked up, man. Creakings ignore cactus, sweetberry bushes, and powdered snow and can walk through/over them. When attacked by players or their pets, a particular trail is shown between the creaking and the creaking heart block it is connected to. When creaking heart blocks that the creaking is connected to destroyed, the creaking is removed with a custom twitching animation. Creaking spawns are based on the day/night cycle and are not affected by light levels. Creaking cannot enter boats. The creaking spawn eggs will spawn a creaking mob that is not connected to a creaking heart, which persists through the day and night, takes damage from the attacks and other damage sources, and has 1 point of health, half a heart. Okay, so if you want to spawn one to have it just chilling around, it's not going to act and do the same thing as a natural spawned one do. You're simply just spawning it for decoration purposes. You won't have the full effect of it. You can't even bring one here in survival mode to show off to your friends. You have to bring your friends over to this biome to see the creaking's full abilities. Just to fuck with your friends, because why not? Creaking spawned from creaking hearts cannot go through portals. Creaking spawns from the creaking heart cannot be named with a name tag. Players wearing a carved pumpkin on their head can look at the creaking without it freezing in place. Illagers are scared of the creaking and will run from them. Yep, see? Pillagers and shit like that will not come to them. Okay, now let's talk about the actual source of this thing's power and the weakness also to this thing. The creaking heart. So a creaking heart is a living block generating in a pale oak trees covered on all sides by pale oak logs and can spawn a creaking mob during the night. When it's placed between two pale oak logs aligned alongside the same axis. It's active during the night and dormant during the day. Sends a trail of particles towards a connected creaking when the creaking gets hit by a player or their pets send a trail when a creaking heart block is destroyed, the connected creaking is removed. The creaking heart decides to remove or replace the connected creaking when it turns day. The creaking is too far away from the creaking heart. A player intersects with the creaking for a few seconds. So, okay, to pretty much, long story short, to kill this thing, look for its heart, break the heart, then you can hit it with one shot, or then it would just disappear. That's how you defeat it. If you can't find it, good luck. Predators attached to the creaking heart blocks will output a signal strength depending on the distance to the connecting creaking. A creaking heart can be crafted with resin block and pale oak logs. A creaking heart can be obtained by using silk touch tended tools. Breaking a creaking heart without silk touch block will drop 1 to 3 resin clumps or more when using a fusion of fortune enchanted tool. Natural place creaking hearts drop 20 to 24 experiences when broken by a player with or without silk touch. Okay, so they're a good source of XP, and they're also, I think one of the main sources for resin clumps as well. If not, I think the only way to get resin clumps, if I'm not mistaken. But we're about to find that anyway, because the next section is the resin itself. Added resin clumps of blocks of resin bricks, and a family of resin blocks. Attacking a creaking will cause it to creak heart, exclude 2 to 3 resin clumps. Resin clumps appear on the side of the pale oak logs that are closed and are connected to the creaking heart. The creaking heart is on cooldown and cannot produce more resin clumps for 5 seconds after an attack. Resin clumps blocks can be placed on any full place or night boring block. Resin clump blocks can be waterlogged. Blocks of resin in a storage block for resin clumps. Resin clumps can be smelted into resin brick items. Resin brick items can be used as material for armor trimming and can be crafted into resin bricks. Resin bricks can be crafted into resin brick slabs, resin brick stairs, brick walls, and then chiseled into resin bricks. The stone cutter can also be used to do this. Resin clumps and resin blocks does not require a tool to mine, are mined instantly. The proper tool for resin blocks family of the blocks is a pickaxe, nada. Resin clumps can be found in some woodland mansions and loot chests. Okay, cool. Alright, so if you don't want to deal with this guy, the creaking, and you want some resin, you can find it in loot chests, in mansions where there's villages. So really, okay, there's really no safe way to get this stuff. So that's the actual new biome and the mob itself for this update. Now that we've gone through the 1.21.4 patch notes, we're going to go through the 1.21.5 patch notes. The blurb at the front on the top is I'm going to read first, and I'm going to go through the new features that they added. This is the latest update that they've done, the most recent one that they've done. And this is the one that we are currently on as we speak, as the 30th of the 5th. 2025. It's time to experience new wonders of the overworld as we release the Spring to Life drop, the first Minecraft game drop in 2025. The Spring to Life brings more reason to explore both near and far. Warm winds have swept across biomes, bringing new mobs variants, ambient sounds, and lush plants for you to discover. Befriend fluffy pigs, marvels and glittering fireflies, bushes. Listen out for whispers of sand and delight in blooming overworld humming with new beginnings. In this release, we are also making the game test system accessible through data packs with the new test command, and as usual, we continue to rebuild our engine to improve the experience for players and content creators, as we are sure all those spare parts left on our floor can't be that important, right? I don't know, you never know, man. You never bloody know. The new features added the cold and warm variants for pigs and cows and chickens. Sheep now spawn with wool color depending on the biome in which they are spawned. Added new sound variants for wolves. Overhauled the visuals of each spawn egg to improve readability and accessibility. Added falling tree generation. Added firefly bush blocks. That's fucking cool. Hell yeah, we got fireflies. Added leaf litter blocks, wildfire blocks, bush blocks, short dry grass, and tall dry grass blocks. Cactus flower blocks, which can grow on cactus blocks. New falling leaf particles to all leaf blocks that did not already have them. New ambient block sounds in the desert and badland biomes, and a language support for that particular language. The Kyrgyz? I don't bloody know. So yeah, the farm variants are up on the screen here. You've got the 3 originals on the right of the screen, and you've got the new set to the left from these different biomes. I think the only ones that are affected are the pig, cow, and chickens, because we've already got the wolf variants already changed as well. You got the warm and the cold variants have been added for the following animals: pig, cows, and chickens. So yeah, we got different types of wolves, and now we've got different types of cows, pigs, and chicken, depending on the biome that you go to. Some of them have horns, some of them have horns going forward, some of them have horns going up. You've also got the picture in the patch note here with the pigs in the desert who are next to the cactuses with the cactus flowers in it. The variant determines by the biome they are spawned in. Temperate variants, the variants that are all familiar with, spawns by default where the other variants do not. Cold variant, a variant that will be selected if spawned naturally or by player in these biomes. So yeah, same way with the wolf. You go to a desert, you're gonna get a desert type pig. Yeah, you're gonna go to a normal biome, probably gonna get a normal biome type pig. Another thing too that we have added to the game is that they have a visual overhaul on the spawn eggs. So the spawn eggs now look like you can actually tell what you're spawning with these, and I think I like this. I like this feature of it. This feature looks pretty cool. You can actually see what you're spawning, and they've all got unique different designs. We'll get through them in a second, but here's the image on screen right now of these guys showing what you can see in the depiction of in the below. So each spawn egg now has their own unique visual, which captures the personality and character of the mob it spawns. Each visual variance in shape reflects in the in-world size of the mob it spawns. For example, smaller mobs tends to have a smaller egg spawn egg. So yeah, if you spawn like a warden, that should go and be big. If you spawn like a cave spider, that should go and be small. We've got big and small eggs now. And here is an image of the fallen trees that you can find throughout the world. Most of them are going to be birch or oak or I think spruce. I think the fallen trees are a new decorative variant of trees. Trees come from 4 different types of wood. Yeah, oak, birch, jungle, and spruce. Okay, I forgot about the jungle bit. Birch trees come in shorter and longer versions. Some fallen trees can be decorated with mushrooms or vines. Fallen trees can be found in all biomes where their standing tree variant grows, except the following: bamboo jungle, flower forest, grove, meadows, and rivers. So yeah, those biomes don't have fallen trees. Only the 4 originals, I would like to call them. 4 original biomes have fallen trees. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. The overall update, I will then give an overview after we checked out the blocks themselves, which I have right behind me. Alright, so what I have here is a setup of all the stuff that I could find that is quote-unquote new from the last video to now. It's pretty much a 1.20.5 all up to 1.21.5. Like I said, 3 of those things were just bug fixes. The rest were, I think there was like 3 big updates that were added. So yeah, see, this is what some of the eggs now look like now. You've got the zombie, the spider, the pretty sure it's the Enderman one. Enderman, yeah, that is the Enderman one. I thought that was a dragon. So that's an Enderman one, and then you got the slime one, the piglin one. You can pretty much tell what they are just by like looking at them and stuff. They've also got the resin block here as well. That's fuck, I keep doing that. Ingot, yeah. So the resin ingot that you can use to add for your trims here. So I've got some 2 trims here that that's what it looks like if you had the trims to the armor set now. And you've got the wolf armor that we talked about long time ago. You got the bundles here that come in different colors. I've only got 6 here because that's the 6 that built my flags. So you got the blue, red, black, brown, white, and gray. This is what they originally look like, just the brown color, pretty basic. And then you got the mace stuff that we talked about way long ago. And then you got the 4 music discs that were added to the game. I don't think I actually spoke about this in the last video, but they've got, fuck, I am horrible at this, 4 new discs added to the game. I shall just play one of them real quick. We'll just play a Alina Rainer one. So they got the music box version and the normal version. We'll play the music box version because I think the last time I listened to this was like off video. It sounded pretty cool. Yeah, we get it. It sounds pretty cool. Other here too, we also got potion effects too. 4 new potion effects. I'm pretty sure I spoke about this in the last update. This pretty much here is from the last video, the 1.20.5 either experimental update that came into the 1.21 patch note update. As you can see here, we've also got a new type of fancy lantern. We've got the wax or copper bulb. This is a wax version, so obviously they do age over time. To activate them, to get them like this, you obviously have to get a redstone torch or some sort of redstone signal to activate them, or else they'll just end up looking like this. This is what they usually look like without the signal to them. But once you put power into them, they just stay on. They just stay on for as long as you want, really. Over here, we've got the polished tough stuff. Our tough block has now different variants for it as well. So they got chiseled stuff, they've got the more chiseled different designs, they've got walls for it now, you got slabs, pretty much 3 different sections for the tough block. So the tough now block can be used for builds now. And this is the new biome stuff. So pretty much new biome came with new trees you can use for logs here. So you got the stairs, the doors, pressure plates, all that kind of stuff. Good stuff. The buttons and everything. Got your own boats too. Got a friend here that decided to join us on their boat, normal boat as well. The resin and the resin ingot that comes from the tree here. So as you can see here, this is the heart, and this is the resin that's around it. So if I quickly go into survival mode, which is perfect timing because the sun's going down. Oh, that's gonna. Oh shit, he's gonna kill me. Don't need you to fucking kill me, you boss. You fuck. Damn it. So yeah, to get a hold of this, you pretty much gotta break the front of it. It comes off the tree, so it kind of molds off like a molt. But yeah, now the sun's going down. We're about to see the creaking. Usually the creaking spawns from this heart. And we just got. So yeah, he's here now, but I got him behind the fence. So even if I look away, bro's stuck. He's cooked. He's cooked. You're stuck in here now. Suck shit. Shouldn't have spawned in here, huh? Dumbass. Can't really do shit to him. Doesn't move back. Just stands there. But you can follow the particles to his heart. And if you destroy the heart, he then dies. I'm not going to destroy the heart yet because we kind of need him to, you know, to explore. Or we need him to showcase, to have a look at his stuff. These are the new sunbeam lights. They open up in the night and they close during the day. This is what they look like in the night. These are our new bushes here. We've got the tall grass, we've got the short grass, we've got these things. These flowers here at the bottom. We've got a bush block, and the firefly bushes that spawn fireflies around the vicinity of the bushes. I think it's a nice little touch. It is a nice touch. You're probably also wondering why we've got these paintings up here. Some of these paintings are brand spanking new. Like these ones are new. These villager ones, these pot ones, the horse ones, and this old school Minecraft logo is now a painting we can have in our background. But what I also have for you guys is that behind this wall we have a butt ton more paintings added to the game. Look at this stuff. Look at this. This is crazy. Look at that. Look at that masterpiece right there. Golden apple with glittering lemons. Crazy, right? Crazy. Whoever made these, fantastic work. I don't even think I got everything on here. I don't even think I have all of them on here. I'm pretty sure I do. If not, just let me know. I'll probably find them. You'll probably see the new ones around in your world, in your own single player world. This one's adorable. This one's cool. This one's mysterious. Yeah. So those are the new paintings that added to the game. We've also got some leaf blocks too, where bundles of leaves, leaf litter. Place them around like that. A maximum of 4, or you can actually use 1, but that's more. Resin blocks too, by the way, you can turn them into blocks. I think we've even got the wall, the slabs, the stairs, the block itself, and the actual raw block itself, and a chiseled one too with the creaking on it. My guy. So yeah, if we jump back into survival mode and actually show you what this thing does. So he can't do anything when I'm looking at it. But the moment I look away, he's trying to come for me. If I go back, he can hit me somehow. Yeah, the animals move. Oh Jesus! The thing. Damn. So deadly, bro. So deadly. But yeah, imagine that guy just looking at you in the distance. And he's also quick, by the way. He's like really quick. I don't want to let him out because I don't want him on the loose. But to get rid of him, when you come across with him, pretty much just... I don't have... Pretty much just got to break this thing. Break that. Get some resin while you're at it. Makes him vulnerable, but also then just disappears. Yeah. That's how you solve that issue. Pretty simple, easy to solve, but having him on your ass while trying to find that is not that easy. So now, what I didn't do last time was show you what a trial chamber looks like during the experimental features, but now that we have them actually in the game, I can actually show you around a trial chamber that I have found on this world. Don't know what I'm expecting, don't know what it looks like, but I have dug down to it real quickly. We're gonna have a quick sneak right here. Go straight down here. We should have a look. Bam. Look at that. That's long. That's long. It's quite large. Give it a quick fly around. It's all copper. It's all copper. Waxed stuff. Yeah, it's all waxed. Except for these ones, I think. These, oh no, these waxed as well. They're all waxed. Yeah, complete dungeon right here. Complete dungeon for your adventure. All these little rewards you can get from the spawners with different types of loot, and apparently they all are different versions of the trial chamber because they can be, you know, generated as such. I will probably explore one in my own time or during a video with the boys whenever we get a chance to do that. Oh, they got beds down here. Oh, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. They got different stuff too. That's pretty nice. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that's for. Got mazes here as well. Oh, this is the thing that we explored at. Yeah, see? Look at that. I think the more we go through it, the more rarer the stuff gets. Because, yeah, look, that's all the way up here. This was an ominous one. This one you need an ominous thing to get into. So, my review on everything that I have just talked about. The bundles, I'll give that 6 out of 10. I don't think I ever think I'll be using them, but 6 out of 10, pretty, you know, pretty good. The eggs, I give that a 9 out of 10. This is a pretty good sign. As much as I miss the classic old school looks of the old eggs, this is very useful. I can actually tell what I'm dealing with. So that's a ghast, that's a skeleton, that's a silverfish, that's a creeper. And I don't even have to go one by one to check the names in the creative mode menu. The resin and the biome itself with the creaking, I'll give that a good 9 out of 10 because that's just pretty terrifying. And also, you know, cool new decorative blocks that we can add to the game. Completely new biome too. You got a very pink biome, and you got a very grey biome, and you got a very dark biome. You got the music discs too. You can go listen to them on yourself. They're pretty much all made of copper. You go listen to them on your own stuff. You got a music box version of the Lena Heart 1 and the normal version of it. And you got 2 others as well. You can listen to them on your own time, in your own world. Those 4 discs, those I have listened to them for. Those discs are given a good 7 out of 10. Paintings, look, I like this one. This is a classic. I'm giving this one individually a 7 out of 10, purely for nostalgia reasons. There are others, I couldn't care less for them. I'd just give that a 4 out of 10. I could not give less about the other paintings. As much as they are quite cool, and you can give like a very gothic type feel to your builds when you want to build like a castle or something from the olden days, I'm just going to give it a 4 out of 10. I can't be bothered with these. The variant mobs, where the different cows and the different pigs and the different sheeps, I'll give that a good 6 out of 10. It's like, the game's just trying to be different now. It's going to give you more variety, different types of animals, different types of, you know, stuff. Minecraft is evolving, is an evolving game. So we'll always have new stuff coming for us, but we'll never forget the original 3. The original 3 are always going to be the best, and always going to be the originals. And they're here to stay. And I think that's a 6 out of 10 review. That's a good review. It's a solid review of these animals. I mean, there's no different. They do the same stuff. They give you the same things, except now if you want warm colors, you gotta go to warm bio to get the sheep. If you want cold colors, you gotta go to cold biomes to get the sheep colors. So yeah, that's me covering all the patch note updates from 1.20.5 all up to 1.21.5. Since I missed a bit, I will try and be up to date with the updates from now on, like when they come out now. I don't know if the next one is coming out anytime soon. They were doing something with ghast, I think. I don't know if that's already in the game. Hi, future mob killer here. Editor's note, I am currently editing this video on the 15th of the 7th of 2025. And yes, that update is out as we speak right now. Okay, no, it's not in the game yet. It is definitely in the game right now, as we speak. The fact that you can heal a baby ghast and make it your own is not in the game yet. It's in the next update patch notes that's going to come out, which is out right now. It actually came out in June. We're in July. It came out a month ago. It's in the game right now. Look, I hope you guys enjoyed these videos. I do have a couple of videos in the works to come out eventually. I still have to continue the Sevtech series. The 3rd episode is in the works for that. Other than that though, keep in touch, keep watching, hope you enjoy, hope this made your day, and I hope Minecraft is still good to you. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.